Good evening, everybody. My name is Richard Olvera. Some stuff about me is I live in Riverside, California, here in SoCal. I'm currently a paraprofessional in physical education for one of our local school districts. Um, on top of that, I've coached high school football and high school track for the past 7 seasons. Um, in my professional career, I've been working as a PE assistant at the elementary school level for the past 3 years, and then prior to that, for a year, I was an elementary school librarian. Just kind of trying to find my footing and see what it is I liked to do in the education sphere. I knew I wanted to coach, but I wasn't quite sure on if teaching was going to be the way I was going to go, or if I was going to find a classified position that I liked as well. Um, some of the things that I've kind of learned over these past few years is I definitely prefer the elementary PE side of things over the high school side. Not to say take anything away or be disheartening towards my high school kids. I love my athletes, but the elementary school is a lot of fun. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy the environment that we have on that campus, and in any of the campuses, the elementary campuses that I've been on for the past 3 years. Um, so that's just a little bit about me. I mean, working PE, I've kind of learned that wherever there's a job, that's where I'll go. And I'll make the best of it. But if I could find something, after completing my credential in the elementary school sphere, that's definitely the preferred. Um, some of my experience with differentiation, I've been fortunate enough to work on a DLI campus. That's dual language immersion. So we carry mainstream plus dual language for every grade. There's typically 2 and 2, sometimes 2 DLI and then 3 mainstream, just depending on the grade. So being able to kind of work with student EL students and even non-EL students who are just learning Spanish, we've been able to kind of help them kind of gain some more knowledge and work with some of our EL students who only know Spanish and still allow them to participate in physical education. One of the things that we do quite often when we run our stations is on one side of our station we have this I call it a shoulder folder, and it's got two slips, and you can stick papers in, and it will have the English instructions and the Spanish instructions, so that students can read what's going on, along with pictures and other things of that. But it also allows for our students who are learning Spanish to kind of be familiar and see those words, as well as giving our EL students an opportunity to still engage with what it is we are doing. For a short time, I was working on a campus that was the main home for our physically disabled students in physical education, or in just physical, or in the district. And it kind of gave me a new outlook on how to kind of change very simple things in order to allow students that are in wheelchairs or have spina bifida or other types of physical disabilities that stop them from being able to participate in your classic physical education games. Some of the benefits through the reading and through my own experience with differentiation is definitely the higher student engagement. When stuff is changed and kind of tweaked for these kind of groups of students, they are more willing and more wanting to come in and do the work. And then along with that is, with differentiation is like we've been very big on like teaching a growth mindset and getting our students to understand that like you're not going to be great at everything right now, and there are steps to getting good at stuff, and that you got to stay on that positive path. One of the big challenges is that with differentiation there are all these tools in the tool belt. That's kind of what I don't call her my master teacher, but my lead teacher kind of tells. We have all these tools in the tool belt, and it's hard to kind of master all of them. I want to get into part of our reading in our reading on page 29, one of the quotes that I want to use, and they're talking specifically about EL students. And they say strategies to consider including modeling, providing both written and oral directions, offering bilingual summaries, word lists, using cueing, and they continue for quite a while listing all the different strategies that can be used in differentiation. And I think that kind of hits on the point is that yes, it is great to have all these tools in the toolbox, but what I have found is that it's very hard to master these tools and be able to implement them effectively because there are just so many. And so, like, it's not like the worst problem in the world to have, but I think that when you look at differentiation as a whole, there is no set in stone way of doing that. And even in our reading, I think it's page 27, they mention that too, is that there is not a one size fit all for differentiation. And I mean, that's what makes differentiation so special, is being able to change things here and there for students specifically. But those were just some of the kind of the benefits and challenges that I've kind of noticed through my experience and through some of the reading that I was able to do. But that's all I have. You guys have a wonderful night, and I'll see you guys soon.